Well, hey guys, this is the Mama Tried Flat Out Friday podcast. I'm filling in for Jeremy.
You guys know Brian?
I'm Brian from Geared Science.
Brian.
Nice to
Good to meet you, man.
meet you. Perfect.
I'm Cary from Choppers
to meet
Magazine, Mr. Mark Atkins, a.k.a. Rusty Butcher.
Very cool. Well, how are you guys enjoying things so far?
I'm bored. I wish I had a bike to ride.
Are you doing any of the because you do stunt riding, right?
I do lots of shit. I don't even know what I do.
Let's start from the top.
I can stunt ride.
I love that. Let's start from the top because it's fun because I don't know, for viewers, I don't know you guys basically at all.
Yeah.
So why don't you kind of introduce yourself a little bit and kind of go over your whole thing.
I'm Mark. I own Rusty Butcher. I couldn't even identify what that is these days. I don't know, race off-road. We're one of like the forefathers of the hooligan movement. I don't know, wheelies, jumps, everything. Anything that I can crash and have fun on and have a good time. That's kind of what I've been doing forever. And on top of that, Rusty Butcher's clothing line. I've been doing clothing for 21 years, but Rusty Butcher's not that old, but that's kind of all I've ever done my whole life. This is my dad. He's really ugly. I got the better side of the genes. But, you know.
Yeah, my story's not as exciting. I just ride choppers.
Who are you?
Yeah,
Jesus,
my name is Cary Brobeck, and I do Choppers Magazine. I ride choppers, have fun.
He crashes the old bikes. I crash the new ones.
Yeah.
There you go.
I try not to crash too much.
And where are you guys from?
So, I'm near LA, by Pasadena, in a little town called Duarte, California.
Yeah. I'm in Marietta, California.
You guys know each other. You have some history. What's that about?
Yeah, so
I don't even know.
Man.
Choppers, right?
Well, when Mark first started Rusty Butcher, we connected somehow. I don't know. You hit
Choppers,
me up.
swap me probably.
So he came over to my house and he's like, I'm
He
starting
lives
this
in like
brand.
a barn.
Yeah,
Really?
Like a sick barn.
Yeah, it's a barn style house.
Got it.
It was tight. It was a
Barn
first one.
dominium.
Yeah, it's like old school and it's just like
Barn-dominium.
beautiful.
I'm still there.
It's like the OG barn dominium. Like it's still got spiders in it. And shit.
Awesome. Yeah, bats are in there.
This kid shows up on my doorstep. He's like,
He invited me for
Yeah,
one, which is
I did.
weird.
And how old are you at the time?
14.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Dude,
We've heard weirder.
I'm gonna have Chris Wallace show up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hi, we're here to talk to you today.
He comes over. He's like, I got this thing, Rusty Butcher. It's got good legs. What do I do? And you were kind of wanting to dive into choppers a little bit more.
When I first got into Harleys, it was all choppers. Everything.
Yeah.
All vintage, everything. And then like, long story short, I had a company at the time and I got fucked over on it and I had to yard sell everything I owned to stay afloat. And I kept one bike and it was a Sportster. And I got really bored, so I started jumping it. And then like, that was really like the transition. Like, do I make it like a choppers, which I loved at the time, or do I like run down this path that like technically no one ever did? Like,
no one was doing what we were doing at the time. Yeah, it was the early stages of the Harley flat track stuff.
it was like
The hooligan stuff.
We
Well,
weren't
it
even
wasn't
called hooligan.
Yeah.
We were just the idiots who showed up to the track and spilled oil everywhere.
Yeah, the guys that pissed the promoters off because they couldn't find a spot for you.
You have no idea how mad they would get at us. I always tell the story, like, we used to show up to the tracks and they would just like fucking facepalm like right off the bat. And they would get so mad at us because we didn't know any of the rules.
You guys are riding into like this isn't.
We had no clue what we're doing.
And how many guys are you showing up with at that time?
There was probably about a good crew of like 6 to 8 of us, like Suicide Machine Co. dudes, some Speed Merchant dudes, and then like Ed Subius and myself and a couple others, you know. And like, man, my first flat track bike I built had 18, 19 Kim tabs on it, like beautiful wheels. I had like Trials bike tires on it that were too soft, and we went out and I ate shit, like just yard sailed. And then when I yard sailed, my video dude ran straight into me, and then we just like yard sailed the whole track, oil everywhere. And
Where are you guys at? Where are you racing?
This was Paris. It was a practice night, and eventually, like those dudes, I think just finally realized that we just wanted to learn about their culture. We wanted to learn how to flat track, and like they'd be like, "Hey, dude, these are the tires you need to run.
Well, yeah,
hey,
true.
These are the bars."
It's
Like the
traditionally-
real flat trackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, traditionally, you go into a place like Paris or Costa Mesa or up by us is Azzy or Beaver Dam or whatever. It's a bunch of old school dudes. There's like, it's not something that you just kind of walk into willy nilly. You almost got to be handshaked in and like kind of introduce yourself and do it the old way.
Yep.
So
they all
like
cussed us out for a long time before they embraced us, and then
You
Like,
go blast it in, then
You
they
stuck to it,
realize
and
Yeah.
they realize that you guys are them, and them you guys you're the same folks,
Yeah.
just in different
we just
time
don't
of your
know.
life.
We just look stupider.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
It's quick to
face
it's easy
tattoo
to judge.
dudes showing up to old school flat track. You know, it was
Yeah.
interesting beginning, but they were really cool in the end, and like I'm still friends with a lot of those dudes now, and I see them at the track and they give me hugs, and you know, like I used to print out like race like the shirts and stuff like that, and I give it to all those dudes, and they
Yeah.
would wear them. Like, we just became like a family for a while.
So then you went to him to his house because you wanted help. Why would he come to you?
And he
Well,
didn't
just,
need
like,
help.
he's like a mentor. He's so
Yeah.
old, you know.
Yeah,
it's just-
just old. Like at the time, I was working for Easy Riders.
Yeah.
I think.
Got
And,
it.
we were just talking how
Yeah,
to
it was
how to
just
hustle
talking.
the world.
Yeah.
And how to take over this industry.
Yeah.
So-
You know, and I just the only advice I gave him was to be yourself.
Yeah.
Just don't. There's a lot of people that come into the scene that come in and try to capitalize off the shit that we do.
Oh, yeah, try to be something you're not.
Yeah.
You know, you can
And-
get that. That's a little flash in the pan kind of stuff, but you want to
Yeah.
stick around, have some fun, and gain roots. You got to be who you are.
Yeah. And
So
Mark's
this is
done it.
when you first started building what was not what became Hooligans. So then
Yeah.
you're trying to figure out how to build them. You know how to build bikes.
Choppers.
and-
I don't know how to build what he
But
builds.
Oh,
still,
no.
but that's how it overlapped. That's how it started.
I'm
yeah.
more of like a putter together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just come to him for wisdom.
Okay.
Fixer.
Yeah, like
So
he
then-
taught me how to wipe my ass and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So fast forward a bunch of years, and now you're out of Easy Rider, but you own Choppers Magazine,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's going great. It's going great. So
What do you do? Why
before
would
we-
you buy an old rag like
Before
that?
we get into Choppers Magazine, what was your time at Easy Riders like? What were you doing there?
Janitor.
Yeah, janitor, beverage coordinator. You know, it was a weird deal, man. I did a biker build-off with a friend of mine, Jason Wilson, and we won the competition. And one of the judges was Dave Nichols, the editor of Easy Riders.
Sure.
And we went out for did some biker shit, drank margaritas all night. I got drunk. I started telling them how bad Easy Riders suck. I grew up on Easy Riders.
Right.
I come from a biker family.
Yeah.
And I grew up on it. Got kicked out of school for bringing Easy Riders. Jerked off to Easy Riders for the first time. Like it was in
Part
my
of your
blood.
DNA.
Before
man.
they had the girls in them.
Yeah, it was just to the bikes.
It's the chrome
Good save.
reflection.
Right.
So yeah. So when
So you're talking shit to him. And
I'm talking shit to him, and basically he said, "Put your money where your mouth is." I'm in construction, right?
Yeah.
I'm a quality manager for a company, $1 billion jobs.
Sure.
I'm wasn't a bike builder, wasn't I rode motorcycles, but that's it. So I wasn't a rider either or a photographer, and he says, "Hey, come on, put your money where your mouth
Sure.
is. Show me what you got." And I was like, "All right." And that was around one of the EDRs, like EDR 2 or 3.
Huh?
So
So what year is this?
this
1920.
is, yeah,
This is
15 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe a
if
little more.
his first EDR was somewhere in the late or early 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah.
2009 or 10.
And that's El Diablo Run for our
Yeah, for
viewers.
you
Yeah.
for all you nerds out
Right,
there.
yeah.
Hey,
Yes, yes.
I haven't been
So-
on
okay.
ADR yet.
You haven't been on either?
No,
Anyways,
I flake out
so
over here.
I call up Bill and I say, Bill Magoo. I say, hey,
From Builtwell.
from Biltwell. And I
Name
say,
drop.
hey,
Let me get that for you.
I'm gonna go on this ride, and the guys from Easy Riders asked me to do an article on it. Are you sure you want this in your mag? Because I know it was real.
Yeah.
It's a
different.
small run. It was a small run.
ADR is pretty wild.
Yeah, it's
And
wild.
he was at Easy Rider at the time.
He owned it.
who?
Nichols.
No, Nichols doesn't own it. No, he was just the
Editor.
Okay.
in
Sure,
chief.
sure.
So those guys gave me the blessing. I did the show. I did it. They told me I will give you 2 pages, kid. They're calling me kid, and I'm probably 40,
Yeah.
maybe 35.
2 pages is a lot.
So they're like, we'll give you 2 pages. It's like, do the run. It's fucking wild. The death traps are there. I think one of them went to jail. It's fireworks.
Yeah,
Drinking
I
all night, all kinds of shit. I write the article just kind of how I talk.
Sure.
A lot of the fuck word in it, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
I just told the story how it was. I barely passed English in high school, so write the story. Next thing I know, it comes out. It's like 8 pages. Then Biker Magazine runs it, one of their other mags. In the Wind runs it, and they were just like,
Where'd this
come
come
work
from?
for us. Come work for us.
Yeah.
I love that.
So they didn't. So you didn't get hired right away. They just like, you want to do show me what you got. Write an
Yeah.
article. We'll start there.
Yeah, so
Got it.
they show up. You're like, anyone can do this, and like, okay, prove it. You're like, done.
I was I didn't. It was kind of a happy accident.
Okay,
you
so
know?
they like the article. It gets
Yeah.
picked up by others, and where from there? So then they bring you on as a staff writer.
Yeah, they tried to hire me full time. They couldn't afford for me for what I do for a living.
Yeah.
So I came on as like almost like part-time. They gave me an office. I got to hang out with everyone. All the old, like everybody was old as shit.
Yeah.
There's and you know, they're drinking in there, smoking weed in there. It was easy riders like you think. About a year into it, it flipped. It turned kind of a little bit corporate-y. There's no more drinking, moving people around, trying to be more corporate, which didn't
Did
make
they get
sense.
purchased at that point, or
Nope.
did they just flip the switch for
Nope,
some reason?
they just flipped the switch.
Okay.
Joe Teresa's niece kind of took over.
Sure.
And she was just, this is the business.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
It wasn't a biker, so didn't understand what was going on.
Didn't see what you know what the culture was or
So-
how to you know.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
That seems to happen a lot.
Seems to happen a lot.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
No comment.
yeah, so
we love Harley-Davidson.
Actually, I do. I was
do
actually, you know, a lot of chopper guys are
Yeah.
like, "Fuck the factory."
Yeah, stock
fuck Harley
sucks.
Davidson.
Go
And
ride
I
a
was-
fucking Indian then.
Yeah,
I
totally.
was
Exactly.
one of those guys. I was.
Yeah.
You're a
And-
nerd.
And then but I'm saying that while I'm wearing a Harley Davidson shirt.
Yeah, yeah,
And
sure.
I was
I
like,
always tell everyone, like, if Harley Davidson walked up to you and told you to fuck off, you'd be like, all right, and go right off on your rug glide.
yeah,
Right, yeah, totally.
Like, it's the
Yeah,
one
exactly.
brand with a brand
With
loyalty.
your T-shirt.
yeah. I realized I'm like,
Dude, Harley talked to me today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You'll
the-
never believe it.
Yeah.
They
The
told me to
power
fuck
that,
off, and I did.
It was awesome.
Yeah. The motor co-wields a big wide sword, and he's fucking.
yeah.
You know, it's
I
hard
would
to
say it's a
avoid.
big dick, and they just swing it wherever the fuck they want.
And it's funny
slap all of
because
us right in the face.
speaking of which, like this weekend turns the city into a whole different thing
Yeah.
because like it's just motorcycle centric. Obviously, everyone's on Harleys, but it's very funny to me. You'll see that guy that has to show up on like a KTM or a fucking Goldwing or something,
when
and then
you
he
guys
looks
were
around
leaving-
like, "I'm different." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, congratulations.
You're a loser.
When you guys were leaving yesterday at the Iron Horse,
Yeah.
the dude with the like 4 foot wide street bike
Yeah,
tire,
yeah.
I filmed him the whole time. He was different. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was revving all super loud, and his tire was like this fucking.
You should have
fat.
came down
What
to
bike
Brady
was it?
Street and saw the fucking.
Well, you didn't give me a ride on your
shit
fucking
show
chopper.
that's
I'm not
going
gonna
down
take
there.
my bird over there.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
give you my chopper. I'll ride a bird.
All right, dude. Honestly,
Those
the
things
birds
haul
are
ass.
tight.
They haul ass.
I love it, man. What a good way to see a city if you've never been to it or like, you know, get in and feel it. There's fucking nothing better.
I
Oh, yeah.
brought one of my buddies who's never been out here. He's been into Harleys for a couple years. I got him into it, built him a bike, and he's big into it now. I said, you got to come out here and experience Milwaukee when like Harley's in town, you
Yep.
know. And
Yeah.
you guys always open up with embracing arms to idiots like myself, and I love this town when Harley takes it over. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The
I've
whole
al-
city
I've
comes alive, man.
I've only been here for the Mama Tried Show 3 times. I've been in Milwaukee 3 times. It was all for the Mama Tried Show.
Sure.
Froze my balls off every time.
Yeah.
Because you guys want to have it in the middle of the fucking winter.
That was
But,
the first time I rode on ice,
Yeah.
and it was like 14 degrees, and I'm from California.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Did you rate with ice tires and everything, or you just?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I rode
It's-
that. I don't remember his name. Bender, I think.
Yeah, Ben Bender, the panhead.
Yeah, I rode that thing and I yard sailed it, and just right before my flight, literally split my leg open, had this big bruise. Went on my flight with like cut pants
Oh,
and shit.
no.
It was tight though. It was worth it.
Yeah,
Is that
for
out at the
sure.
marina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like
what
my
a
first
fucking
year.
bitchin' place to ride.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No,
who's
I
not?
remember that day, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, going out to Marina. I looked outside. I was like, nope. I'm
Yeah.
standing right here in the Iron
Isn't
Horse
it crazy
drinking,
though,
like-
racing, like being on ice with ice tires? Because you
Oh, yeah.
like you think ice, you think slippery, but those
No,
those
railroad.
Oh my
It's the
god,
most
yeah.
traction you'll ever get,
Ever.
right? Like,
So, I think like 2 years after that, like myself, a bunch of hooligans, and like Matt Waltner
Yeah.
and all those dudes, we
Yep.
like split like an hour or so away. I don't
yeah,
remember
you
where.
dip down to Lily Lake.
That's the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I had my Sportster, and I screwed in 4 million fucking ice
Yeah,
screws
yeah.
like for a week, and God, that was so fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So fun.
Rev limiter in a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was telling him, my buddy, about that yesterday. I'm like, we rode on the lake for like hours,
Yeah.
and in the same circle, and I'm like,
Yeah.
won't eventually it just like break off? Like,
Yeah.
like we're just
It just-
chainsawing it.
Well, they let you out there when it's. I have to.
There's no they.
Well,
there
okay.
was no one.
Oh, well then.
It was
anyway,
just
well,
us going.
when they typically do it, they drill down 18 inches to make sure you have 18 inches of ice.
Yeah.
And then
No,
They
we
were- they were
fucking ride
driving-
on 4.
yeah. Well, I
Or
remember,
18, whatever.
They were driving
Same
cars
thing.
on it.
did you ever go to the high voltage ice races?
Yeah, I
Oh,
was at
the,
that one.
the last one when it was super hot out, it was like, first of all, by hot out I mean it was 50 degrees here in February, which is like a
Yeah, heat wave.
heat wave. So we're on the ice. I bring my truck out there. I'm filming. We're doing all this stuff. I come back to my truck, and because of all the sun, my tires are that far down in the ice, and I'm like, I gotta fucking go. I'm seeing water. I'm like, oh, we gotta go. And they're still running races. They got like the truck with the brush, like fixing the track. But
that ice is really resilient, man. It's like it's just such a foreign thing,
Yeah.
right? And you never know because like there are places where there's a spring, whatever, is running water. You're gonna fall in because you hear the stories. It happens all the time.
I've seen
digging
movies.
dirt bikes out of out of ponds,
Yeah.
out of lakes. It is what it is. Man. Part
Don't
of
invite me
Wisconsin.
here during the winter again.
No problem.
Every year, come back. Especially this year was a great experience for everyone that wasn't used to it because it snowed so fucking hard, and so many people this is the first time I've seen snow, and boy was that
That's cool.
a great first time to see it when it's fucking just piling up. He's on his fucking snowmobile.
Yeah, snowmobile in downtown, straight through there.
Snowmobiling's
That's
fun.
cool.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is dude, when it snows that bad here, there's no law. It becomes like zombie land.
Yeah.
There's fucking
There was no law last night here.
oh my god. Well, that's another part of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I want to go back to Easy Rider, and then you say fuck this. I'm gonna start Choppers Magazine.
Yeah, I stuck around there for about 10 years. We did Wrench Magazine.
Did they own? Is it Paisano?
It's Paisano.
Did they own Choppers?
No, they never owned Choppers.
How the hell did you figure that out?
It's not a very cool story at all. I was trying to buy Easy Riders.
Uh-huh.
It was up for auction. I won the auction
No way.
at $1 million. I didn't have $1 million. I was like, I'll find it.
I'll figure it out. Yeah.
I'll figure it
When
out.
you're on eBay bored at night.
Yeah. So
Fuck
I
it.
I win at $1 million, and then Teresi says no. Out of nowhere, there's a $4 million reserve, and I was like, well, I can't find
Yeah,
$4
no
million.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm out. So I found some investors and shit, and it was going well. I found investors to invest the $4 million,
Yeah.
and one of the guys.
People will give you $4 million. Maybe I'd go over your barn and get
No,
you
they
caught.
didn't.
Holy shit.
They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't give me $4 million.
Yeah.
They told me they were going to
They
give
would
me $4
have.
million.
They
I've never even had
thought-
that. I've never been invited to the conversation.
So we get down to it, and we're like a couple days away from signing the paperwork, and I was like, okay, guys.
I think I remember talking about this we were at EDR talking about
Yeah.
this or something.
Bro, yeah, I talk a lot of EDR because I drink a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gave 10 days away from owning the company, and he was like, I don't have the money yet. My investor, and I was like,
That's your whole thing.
That's
You're
your
an
thing.
investor.
He's like, well, I'm not using my own money.
Your name is Money Guy on my
Yeah.
phone.
Right, yeah.
So it went to shit. He cut a deal behind my back, cut me out. Dave
Oh.
Nichols was part of it, cut him out. And then you got those 2 issues of the really rad, Fashion Easy Riders.
Yeah.
The worst fucking magazine
Yeah.
ever.
Well, because
Collector's
that's when they
items.
relaunched, right?
They
'Cause-
relaunched,
'cause
yeah.
I remember seeing the website that they relaunched it, and I looked at it. I don't know. It just didn't look to me like what I knew as Easy Rider. 'Cause,
No.
I have all the old copies sitting on a shelf in my garage.
Yeah, you
and
don't
stuff
fuck
like
with that. That's why I fuck with that.
No, it was.
Yeah.
I still, even though I got burned by them, I still have. It holds a big place in my heart.
Absolutely.
Because it's part of my
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're gone. They screwed me out. So I was like, well, fuck, maybe I'll just start my own magazine. And I started searching. Have you ever tried to start a company and search names and find the,
Yeah.
the socials available, with
Yeah.
the websites available,
It's like a band name.
and I had some old Choppers mags that I was paying $150.
Yeah.
The old Ed Roth ones.
Sure.
I was like, I wonder if that's been dead for years. I wonder if it's available. Everything was available. I was like,
Wild.
no way.
Really? Did
So-
anyone own the rights to it?
Nobody
at all?
owned the rights to it.
Really?
They own the rights to the Rat Fink and all of the stuff that
Sure.
Ed Roth did. I don't have any of those rights at all. So I called up. I got a hold of Daryl Roth, and which is Ed's son, and he was pretty. I got a hold of him after I kind of secured all the trademarks and everything, and,
Yeah.
and said, hey, I want to do this. If you're not comfortable with it, I'll sign it over to you. But you got to do something with it.
Yeah.
Don't let me sign it over to you and you just sit on and do
Yeah.
nothing.
Yep.
And at first he was like, no, fuck, you can't do that. This is my dad's. And
Yeah.
so I explained to him everything, and by the end of the conversation, about an hour long, he was like, you know what? Go for it, man.
Yeah.
Go for it. Do it.
He wanted
You know?
some kind of
Yeah.
validation, like he was because it was his dad's thing. It was
Yeah.
special to him, and he wanted someone. He didn't know you yet, I would imagine.
course.
Yeah.
He probably hadn't thought about it in a long time, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden just came blasting back into his face. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
First reaction, no.
So yeah, it's not a glamorous story. That just was dumb luck.
Yeah.
Basically, it would have been
Right.
called something else. And
Because what was the gap then in issues between your first issue and their last issue? How many years was that? you think?
It had been bought. Ed Roth had sold it off to either McMullen or it's another publishing company, and they did Choppers Magazine. I've heard so many stories from different people that it turned to Street Chopper, but I don't think that's true. I don't think that those are 2 separate magazines.
Yeah.
So it was years. It was like either late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, long
Yeah.
time then.
Yeah. There was no Choppers Magazine for a long time.
So, does he still own do they still own the rights to the Rat Fink then?
I believe, and I've been told this, I
Yeah.
haven't verified it, that the Mormon Church owns the rights to the rat fink
out
Wow.
of here.
because Ed Roth turned Mormon, moved to Utah. I
Okay,
think
left it to
his
the
wife
church.
lives there. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Wow. Well, Redfin kind of just like belongs to the world as far as I'm
Kinda,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's one of those
I
things.
stay away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I just
It's a
stay
car-
away
it's
from
a
it.
car
I don't.
thing anyway.
Yeah.
It's not worth going down that one.
No, for sure.
Well,
We
it's
just-
I'm not
rad,
trying
man.
to
You're
get
doing
sued
it.
by any church.
No, fuck.
No,
Oh my
I
I
god,
don't have
especially
money
the
for
Mormon church.
anything.
Oh, they got money for that shit, especially the Mormon church, I believe.
Yeah, they can peel off and be their own world if they want.
Yeah.
So since you've taken over, how many issues have you guys put out under your watch?
We've done 12. We're finishing up 13 right now.
Is that a
so
year?
we're just doing like
How
4 a
often?
year. Yeah.
4 a year.
4 a year. It's 4-ish a year. Like
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
get 4 out.
Damn.
During COVID, we
Can I
kind
come work
of
for you guys?
yeah. It's I don't do it for a living. I do
Yeah.
it for passion.
Yeah.
So it's not. It kind of sucks to the readers because it's not as consistent as like
You're
as
not
I'd like it to be.
Yeah.
But
Hey guys, subscribe to Choppers
Yeah.
Magazine.
Yeah.
or don't. I
Or
don't care.
don't.
Fucking,
Or don't.
Yeah.
See,
It's
that's
like,
the cool thing though, is like not being under the gun and being at your own pace, because then it's gonna yield a better product. You know?
Yes.
'Cause,
Yeah.
like
Depending on his margarita count.
right. Well, it might be even better then.
I moved on to Pacifico.
Okay.
Pacifico
This
sends
is
a
breakfast
check.
for
Come
him.
on, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too, is like I mean I remember getting Guitar World magazine, things like this as a kid, and like when they're monthly, ooh, it's pretty fluffy in the middle. You know what I mean? Like it's just a bunch of bullshit, and they just start throwing stuff in there. Next thing you know, Jack White's talking about who fucking cares. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we don't do any of that. We have very few ads. It's all usually like my friends
Yeah.
will be like, "Hey, will you take these parts for an ad page?" And I'm like, "All right."
seems fair.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
seems fair. Like
Yeah.
He also
I'll
does that for beers.
There you
no,
I got
can
4 ads in the next magazine.
It's all Rusty Butcher.
It's all last night. I just made him sign a contract.
I
at
was
3
gonna say,
a.m.
if you're buying beers here, that's a good investment.
$12.
I was gonna
yeah.
say.
Yeah, I think we spent more on beer yesterday than we made here because they're.
What are you gonna do? it couldn't be helped.
Well, bitching, man. What? So like, we probably
So
got,
if you
got
want
it
to
in a
buy us
half an
beers,
hour?
come to this booth, right?
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Yeah. Well, so what's next then for Choppers Magazine, and what's next for the Butcher?
So for us, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing, man. We're just gonna. I
One
think
to-
next year.
1 to 2 episodes every 4 years.
Yeah, no, we'll continue to
Magazine,
do
sorry.
4 to 6 a year. There's been a lot of talk of us starting a new magazine. Harley's been talking to us about it. Like, kind of take what we're doing with Choppers, but
Yeah.
do, modern bikes,
Yeah.
basically, where I can actually sell ads. It's hard
Sure.
to sell ads to Chopper guys. So
Yeah.
and then I could
can
get
imagine
put out
that.
a good magazine. I know Hot Bike just came back, so
Yeah.
I'll give him a little room,
Yeah.
and then
Is that gonna happen?
yeah, it's gonna happen.
Great.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's called Living Mag.
Who's behind it? Who's helping? Is that allowed to be divulged?
It's just me and my staff. Just
Dope.
yeah.
So good.
I got a crazy, angry East Coaster named Max that is my editor, and
love
he's a
that.
writer.
Everything. These fucking guys.
Yeah. Beatnik. He's a Philly guy, so not like a.
Okay.
But
Well.
There's
Beatnik,
only one exit.
Beatnik from Easy
Yeah.
Riders. A lot of the old Easy Riders photographers.
Yeah.
I still work with, so I have a lot of their archives.
Oh, really?
So almost every issue we run a lot of archival stuff
Yeah.
in there that I can't get sued from Teresi
Yeah.
because they own the rights to the
Yeah.
photos. So.
Sure.
Yep.
So we're going to continue to do that. Some probably work with Michael Lichter,
Yeah.
get some of his archives for this magazine, and yeah, it'll be very similar to Choppers, but new bikes. Maybe
Awesome.
put this guy in there.
Michael's got a lot of photos of me with my alpaca.
What
There you
about like you'd pull a little Chris and fucking sit on your alpaca and pose behind your bike with
could just
fucking
do an
Walmart
alpaca
plastic
issue.
bags on it?
Walmart.
The whole alpaca
Costco?
should be great.
They better sponsor me then.
You're right. Well, so what brings you to town? Are you just here as a guest? Or are you?
Yeah, I got invited from Harley, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just here.
Yeah.
And then you guys yelled at me to be up here, so I'm here now.
We yelled.
Going with
I,
you.
saw it
I got
happen.
screamed at by him. He's
I saw
tall.
it. I saw
Going
that.
with the
Very-
flow.
Yeah.
I have no agenda. Yeah, we just came out to hang out. I showed my buddy around town, and I gotta get him in this museum. The line's like 6 miles long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just here hanging.
Love that.
Trying to do some Rusty Butcher shit and hang out and talk.
Didn't you propose to jump over this canal one time? that wasn't you?
That might be like my max. I might do.
You pretty what?
How,
Like
how
dip
wide do you
about-
think that is?
40?
That's more than 40. 40 I'll do all day long.
Yeah.
I've done 80. 80, like
It does get
85.
more narrow.
Feet
over
or
there.
yards?
feet.
That's
Yeah.
way more than 40 feet.
It's hard to say from
80?
here. Someone pull the tape.
I think
I was telling someone
You
the
put
last-
your platforms out, like cheat a little bit.
What platforms? Like
Well, your
shoes?
fucking jump, you know, you gotta like extend your
Oh,
jump out
yeah.
over the river a little
Right.
bit.
So I've never jumped wood to wood. Like I've never jumped ramps. I've only like launched dirt
Sure.
stuff. And the first one I ever did was over Green Day. And it was just like, Harley called me and they're like, hey man, we want you to do this jump. I'm like, okay, what's the jump? They're like,
Yeah.
you're gonna jump building to building over Green Day. And I'm like, all right, I guess.
And when was this?
2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
And I was like scared shitless because like I don't even know. Last time I signed up for something Harley called me for, it was an 85-foot jump. They didn't even tell me. Like, you're gonna be in a commercial. You're gonna do this jump. And I show up to the jump and it was like this massive fucking tabletop. I sent it and it was raining, so I jumped it like 20 times in the fucking rain,
Oh
which
my
you
God.
didn't see in the commercial, but it was raining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they set up this thing and they're like, yeah, show up on this day. I'm like, okay. So I
Yeah.
show up and
And what are you riding?
Sportster.
Okay.
Bike
Jumping
that I
on
built.
Sportsters.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
That's
This
kinda-
is a nice light,
yeah.
bike.
Yeah. Right. Very light.
Um,
Known for their lightness.
All right, if you jump this canal, I'm gonna build like some CDs with ape hangers,
I'll
with
do-
skyrockets.
I'll
and we'll
do
just-
some shit
We'll
if
go
people wanna
underneath
do
you
some
while you're
shit.
going. Make it happen, Harley. Let's
All
go.
right.
I will line up pontoons. We will fucking party on that
Pontoons?
river.
Dog,
This shit.
Pontoons and water choppers.
Yeah. Right. Water choppers. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Dave
I
Hawk's
might
boat.
be down. I don't know. I'd have to measure that because from here it looks like 100.
Yeah, I might have.
Don't measure it, just do it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not trying to fucking Robbie Knievel that shit.
Well, we got Micah Crans that can come in and help us with ramps.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we got.
That's a BMX dude, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
we've
that
got-
name.
Yeah.
We've got some
Dude,
stuff. Like
Yeah.
I think we can make something happen.
Yeah, jumping Harleys is kind of my deal. So can't bitch out now.
Yeah.
I just looked at my jump bike the other day and the frame's like literally stretched out from me jumping it so much.
No
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Do you ever jump anything heavier than a Sportster, or like a Dyna or anything?
What's heavier? Nobody rides Dynas.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I'm like the dude who made fun of the Dynas online. And
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think everyone hates me.
You got to stick to it.
Yeah.
I've never owned a Dyna in my life. I've ridden one time, and I just wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
Never ridden an FXR. I'm either Sportster or Bagger. There's like no in between
Sure.
for me. So if I
Okay.
want to cruise, I go listen to music. I ride the Bagger. I can rip that thing. They ride phenomenally.
I
Yeah.
love my bagger.
Yeah, I'm so all. I've been screaming Baggers forever. Like in 18, I bought the CVO, the gunship gray one.
Yeah, yeah.
Riding a Sturgis with speakers in the front, speakers on my lowers, speakers on my bags, speakers on the thing. Cruise control down in Wyoming on the back seat, watching Eastbound and Down on my phone. Like,
Did you have the mullet wig on?
yeah, dude, like, it's the best bike.
Yeah.
And then when I want to go be an idiot, I do a Sportster, you know? Like,
There you go.
this year I won, it took me 5 years to do it, but I won the Mid 400, which is the oldest and biggest off-road race in America.
Hell
It
yeah.
took me 5 fucking years to finally not blow up a bike or have issues or something, but
put
120
something
miles
together.
in the desert, man, I'll put it to a Sportster, so.
Damn.
Fuck yeah,
What kind of? I mean, the suspension work alone had to have been like all of it.
I probably have the best suspension you could put on a Harley before you start making it monoshock and all that.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, I'm the gatekeeper for all the rules. It's my class, so I won't allow like, I don't want like factory
Yeah.
crazy frame. I just
Yeah.
want it to be like a Sportster frame. So I have 16 and a half shocks in the back, and then I have CRF 450 front end that's lowered 3 inches,
Huh?
and it still sucks.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like mine's good, but it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was telling someone earlier, riding off-road is probably the hardest thing I've ever done, mentally, physically, in my life.
Oh, and then you throw desert like sand. What the?
Yeah.
F- yeah.
No,
What is?
desert is just fucking, like, okay,
I don't even like doing that on a dirt bike that's made
Yeah.
for it. It's
Right.
so
So-
hard.
the Bilwell 100 was my last race. I fucked up. So I have a bigger tank than everyone else. So I have this like cheater tank. It's 5 gallons. This dude designed them, and he doesn't want anyone to have them. And somehow he gave me a couple of them.
Yeah.
And it's an IMS plastic desert racing tank that's for a Sportster. So I can outgas everyone on the 100-mile races.
Yeah.
So I blew this corner, and it was beginner route or expert route, and I was hauling too much ass, and my rider went that way, and I just blew it, and I was like, fuck it, because it looked like it connected back quickly, and it was like 3 miles out of the way, and I just like fully fucked myself.
Uh huh.
So I was like probably 3rd place at the time, and by the end of that loop, I was probably last place. So then my idea was to run the whole 100 miles and not stop. And like you kind of need those little breaks. So I ran the whole fucking race, 100 miles, and at probably 75 miles, I started seeing stars and almost passing out when I was
shit.
riding.
Yeah.
And like literally no one's around me. So I just kicked it like all the way down to gear and just like went as slow as I could so I wouldn't pass out. And I finished the fucking race, got to my RV, threw up all over the place, had heat exhaustion, dehydration. Like, it just, like, fucked me up for, like, probably 3 weeks after. Like, I got 2 IVs from the fucking hospital. Like, it was fucking terrible.
And where did you place?
3rd.
Damn.
It's worth it.
Oh yeah, right.
No, it's not.
That
My goal
sounds like
was to
chopper
win.
shit. That sounds like chopper
My
shit.
goal was
Right.
to win the Mid 400 and win the Biltwell 100 and just fucking be done. And I fucked it up. So now
Now you're back.
I'm
You know,
back.
I try to impart this knowledge on as many people as I can. My uncle has a great saying. He's Uncle Wayne Props is when you're stupid, you suffer.
That's good.
Yeah. I live by
You're
that
talking to
motto.
the guy who
Fucking-
jumps the worst bike you could ever jump.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
I think we gotta wrap it up. We're about at. I think we're at. What time we got here?
Don't poke your eye. on this
32
stuff.
minutes. Yeah, I know. I'm about to poke my eye. A little over 30.
Yeah, you
minutes,
guys
so.
got anything else you want to chit chat about, or fucking go over there? and-
When's the next issue of Choppers Mag coming out?
Next monthish.
Oh, there you
Next
go.
monthish.
I love
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, we're wrapping
Nice.
it up. The guys are working on it this week, and
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
Am
thanks
I
for
in it?
sitting down with us.
what's that?
Am I in it?
You are on the cover. You're
Oh,
on the
wow.
cover of every.
I'll be a chopper girl.
Just cut and paste his
You're right.
face.
Yeah.
You're right. Right on
everything.
yeah.
You're not. Let's get you in. Are you still doing the bull riding? We didn't even talk
No.
about that. We got to talk about that.
Wait,
real
hold on. Back up. Bull riding.
quick. It's bull riding.
All right.
We do an event. Well, he's doing bull riding, but we do
What?
an event in Virginia City, Nevada,
There you
which
go.
he won't come to because he's too cool.
You didn't invite me.
I invite you every year.
Okay,
What?
let me rephrase this in a spoiled way. I don't get paid to go,
I know.
and it's expensive to go.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
You're right.
Gas
I
is-
can't afford to pay.
Driving
you,
my
but-
fucking RV out there's
But-
$2,000.
Yeah.
I'm broke.
Yeah. Me? Same here.
Welcome to
So-
the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do this event in Virginia City, Nevada, where you can ride. It's a motorcycle show. We have some
Virginia
showcase
City's
builders.
cool, too.
It's a rad city.
It's a
It's
old town.
wood sidewalks. People walking around with sidearms. Like
Dope.
everyone still thinks they're in Tombstone.
Just swinging
It's-
doors.
Swinging. Yeah, it's a wild town, and we got the city to let us do a bike show rodeo, where you can sign a waiver, ride a bull, do the dead man drag, wrestle a calf. Like it's some wild.
Dude,
It's wild. The
Wild
guys that put the do the rodeo for us, their name is Outlaw Bronx, and they are fucking out. They don't give a fuck. They're like, "Did you sign the waiver?
yeah.
Get on it." Some dude rode it backwards, a bull
One thing I
backwards.
fucking learned is cowboy dudes don't give a fuck.
No,
They would
zero.
love to see you get hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They just
Yeah,
laugh.
they
They got
love
their
it.
kids out there.
Yeah, because their kids grew up on
Yeah.
this shit, you know, doing fucking mud busting.
It's-
Goddamn
it's,
city slickers.
Right.
August 25th, 26th ish. I don't know, that last weekend of August.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be a good
You got
time.
a busy month coming up, bro.
Dude, we got Sturgis here, and then
Sturgis,
we got
brother.
Sturgis brother, Deadwood. We're in Deadwood. We're in
Say it
Deadwood
like
with the
that.
hippies.
Deadwood's cool.
I like
You are a
Deadwood.
fucking
I love
hippie.
Deadwood.
Yeah. See, hippie.
I
Deadwood
love
to
it.
me.
Tie dye all day.
Once you've seen Sturgis, you've seen it.
Yeah.
You stay in Deadwood, you're out a little bit.
Yeah.
Easier to get
Deadwood's
out,
cool.
hit the roads.
You're in the
have a good
middle
time.
of the fucking best riding, like anywhere close
So
to
we're
the
doing
Rockies.
We're doing, since Harley was providing a pool for us,
Yeah.
we're doing like a tiki party. I had to come up
That's
with something.
cool.
So we're doing, belly flop contest. Prism has a show Saturday.
Mhm.
We have our show Sunday. They're basically the same show, probably the same dudes.
Yeah.
Without shirts, belly flopping.
Yeah.
We're just doing like a tiki thing where we got some cool
Why does
awards
chopper
to give
shit
away.
always end up with dudes with no shirts on?
They love that.
Way the road.
Who's they? You are they.
Not me. I'm too fat to
You're
not wear
they.
a shirt. I'm too fat to not wear a shirt.
Same.
Yeah.
That's
I keep my shirt on.
Listen, like maybe 40% of the time I will take my shirt off, but a majority of the time I will not. I don't try to
But
partake.
you only take your shirt off when you're around your other boys taking
Absolutely.
your shirts off.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
macho bullshit thing.
Yeah.
You can't have one
Yeah.
guy doing it. Then it's weird. When a bunch of guys doing it, it's a party.
Yeah.
I'd rather take my pants off.
Right?
Which is
We're doing a
objectively-
pants off party.
Objectively, it's funnier.
Yeah. Everyone take their shirt off. I'll take my pants off.
There you go.
The fuel party every year before Mom and Tried always turns into shirts off.
A lot of shirts off there,
A lot of shirts off.
including women. It's not fucking-
Yeah. Yes, that
Don't
happened.
lie. Don't lie.
I'm
No,
lying.
I have a
Don't make,
video.
it, don't make it weird. Don't
I've
make
got,
it
I've
Don't
got a
make it
video. Maybe I'll cut this out later, but at least for the conversation, I have a video of Mike Lang just like this girl have her titties all over, and he's just like, he's just like a kid. And he's like having a good time.
Every time I go to fuel, I burn my clutch out.
Yeah.
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 On
I
the
think,
bar?
I think my
On the bar?
snowmobile.
They have me going through the bar doing a burnout, and by the end of it, I suck at burnout. So
Hey, look who showed up.
Oh, look at this guy.
Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Good looking podcast. Welcome to Milwaukee.
Thanks for having us, Jeremy.
Yeah,
You
thank
missed it.
Yeah.
You better guys better getting deep and don't leave any dangling participle questions.
We're working on that. I think we did okay.
We circled back on some things. You know, we really covered we're hitting the hard-hitting issues here.
Thanks, Brian.
We want to know the philosophy of this podcast, though.
Oh, Jesus.
There we go. Hey, what are you gonna do?
You got to sit down with Proc and do another one, and it's like a whole. I don't think he can write it down.
No.
Can you describe Proc?
No, I just know he says that about hooligan racing. I want to explain the philosophy of hooligan racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, his riders' meetings are the best.
Philosophical.
The best.
Philosophical.
I always end up with tears.
Yeah, they are really good.
Yeah.
He
gets into it.
them in the shower.
I go to as a non-rider. I always go to him to film him and stuff, and like just the way everyone gets into it. And there's no. He could use a megaphone. I think that's one thing we could work on. But
yeah, sometimes you get him a microphone, it works out all right.
I like that.
Still shoestringing it.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Oh, hey, Cary's gonna give away an award tomorrow.
Yeah. What's going on with this?
So we didn't know what was going on. For it. Yeah. We were going to have a show. We weren't going to have a show. Mama Tried was going to have a show. They weren't going to have a show. Then they said there's a Mama Tried and Friends show. And I said, okay, well, I called the guys up. I said, can I just pick our pick? And I had this trophy made. It's pretty sweet.
It's a nice trophy.
I ordered from the interwebs. It's probably made in China.
It's fucking,
let's take a look.
If anything says.
That's obviously made in China. If you didn't spend over $500 for that thing, it was. Can you imagine casting that here?
150 bucks or something.
Yeah.
It seems a lot for China.
There's a lot of freedom in that thing.
There's a lot of freedom.
Yeah. It looks cool, though.
A lot of little fingers.
My bird is going to be parked out there, so they make that the winning scooter.
We'll have to get a video of that. But you're picking a ride-in bike.
I pick a ride-in bike. Yeah, we usually like to pick a bike that looks like it's got miles on it.
Yeah.
Show bikes are great. We love them. But those bikes always win awards.
Yeah, the show bikes get all the love.
Yeah. So we try and find something that's a little bit dirty. Almost like that Panhead you rode in yesterday, like just something.
You can't give it to him.
I can't give it to him. No,
I
don't want
give
it
to him.
Disqualified.
Yeah.
Let me ride your Panhead, then we can win it.
Dude, that thing, it's running like a piece of shit. I'll go out there and work on it.
Did I work on it?
You can put 2 people on that thing too.
All right.
I got to figure out what's wrong with it.
Me
Clutch
and Mark,
is fucked.
I'll get on back.
Yeah, fuck it.
I trust you.
I got to check.
I've done a lot of weird shit at this museum. I played craps here at 1 a.m.
Had to be
last night
with Ken.
No, it was like a couple years ago. Matt Waltzner, and he let me ride his fucking JD and do some donut. It was I always have a good time here.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
Yeah, they do for a company that doesn't do events. They make motorcycles, right? I mean, they put on a good fucking party.
Yeah.
We're having a blast.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Thank you, Harley-Davidson, for having us out here. We are very fortunate.
Yeah, one more thing. We didn't know what to expect here. I'm like, anniversary party.
Yeah.
Okay. I was telling my guys, like, hey, well, we'll just kind of pack up what we have. And then at Born Free, I was talking to Brian Myrick and a couple other, and they're like, there's going to be like 1 million people there, like hundreds of thousands. And I was like, are you saying that? Like, there'll be 1 million people there.
Yeah, right.
He's like, no, there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. And
we went to the 115th, and that was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I did hill climbing, I raced on the beach, we did
racing,
like everything.
Yeah, I'm glad we came. I'm glad Harley, got us out here.
Yeah, it's a great time. Like I said, they turn the whole city. And the cool thing about it is that it's not just here. It's not just at any of the specific dealers, but like everyone kind of like takes a piece of the pie and does their own thing with it.
Yeah, you get a chance to rip around the city and learn. It's kind of the way that we run Mama Tried. Want to send folks around Milwaukee because Milwaukee is what gives us a lot of support and a lot of help, and they come with it, and the locals love it, and it's just a special thing to add in. Like, go around and enjoy these little shitty dive bars or fucking nice restaurants or what. It's a really cool place to just dip in and be one of the locals for the weekend.
Yeah, like every year I come, like I have my certain spots that we always go to. We go get pizza at the Ian spot, which is just drunk pizza. And then Sobelman's, I get the big stupid chicken fucking Bloody Mary.
We haven't hit Sobelman's yet, but we're going.
Yeah, it's right down
the
street.
You gotta hit Sobelman's.
Oh yeah,
and
it's lunchtime.
And if you haven't stopped at Conejito's yet, or just up
Staple.
the street,
Absolutely.
It's the best. I mean, you get Mexican food on a paper plate. It's awesome.
It's
the
dope.
whole vibe is
All
great.
Right,
It's
We're
cheap.
from California, man.
We're from California.
Okay,
No, that's fine.
you're gonna
Go
hate it.
go get
good
the mole. I love the mole.
The mole hauls ass, but it's just like it's not. You're not there always for the food, but you're there for like their whole thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You sit
When people
down-
say Mexican food to California people, we're like the closest to the border. So
We're basically live in Mexico.
yeah, like,
yeah. I mean,
our
that's
Mexican
true.
food's top notch.
I had a friend who.
It's not Tex-Mex bullshit, is it?
No.
Okay. I fucking hate that.
No.
Damn.
No.
Calling out the Tex-Mex.
Fuck Tex-Mex.
I love Tex-Mex.
You would.
Dude, I'm fucking white boy from Milwaukee. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
You probably
Yeah.
think mayonnaise is spicy, so fucking
Give me a little bit more credit than that.
Right.
ketchup.
Zesty
You put ketchup on your tacos?
Hell no.
Don't lie.
Hell no.
You should be put in jail for that if anyone does that.
Hey, my wife does that.
That's criminal.
I know. I love her, but
Yeah, I don't know.
You turn around when she does and walk away.
Just close your
well,
eyes.
I watch her turn around.
There you go. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Well, what are some other, before we wrap up? What are some other major Milwaukee things to do this weekend specifically?
Jump the
go
canal.
Jump the canal.
Jump the
I
canal.
say like rip down to Brady Street and feel the flow over there. Run through Water Street. There's just like local districts or bar districts where everybody's throwing parties. You go to State Fair, you can run through the museum, down to the beachfront.
What kind of museum is it?
Harley-Davidson Museum.
Oh,
That
oh,
one.
This one
this
behind
one.
us.
I thought you were talking about somewhere else.
They got
No,
Harley's
no,
in
no.
Actually, you probably
What
should.
kind of museum?
Is the public museum still around? Open still?
I think they're in transit right now. 'cause I think
Man,
they're
we
changing
had a
spaces.
rad old museum that like the natural history science kind of thing.
Yeah.
Streets of Milwaukee. They're either
You guys don't
on
have a
their
bad
way
history
down.
here, do you?
A what?
A bad history?
Nah.
All right.
No.
It's like really dark or something.
Nope.
No, it's not too
No, it's very.
4,000 people were murdered in the
Nope.
streets.
Lots of things have been built here, so it's
Oh,
very
yeah.
mechanical.
The
very
buildings here-
industrial.
Is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, if that place is open, and dip into it because it's going away.
Yeah.
Go down to the beach and hang out with the locals, play some volleyball.
Yeah.
South
Where's the
Shore,
beach?
straight over here to the river. It's 5 minutes, 7 minutes by bike.
All right.
Nice bird ride.
How's the
Yeah.
water here?
It looks
cold?
pretty
So-
gross.
It depends on part of the day. Don't swim in that river.
Well,
Why not?
Well, that's part of it. When we went on Dave Hawk's boat, he was giving us kind of the lowdown, and I didn't realize you can't see it from here, but if you look down the river, you'll see all these orange tubes, and they're actually spending I think it's $1.4 billion to actually physically clean the river.
Yep. Yeah,
So
they're
they're
filtering
like-
So
that
we
bitch
can
out.
swim. We can swim next year.
Next year.
Is it a year process?
I think it's a 5-year process.
Yeah,
but-
I would
So
say
in
so.
5 years, I'll jump the canal, and I'm just gonna go halfway and just land
Yeah,
in the
just
middle.
send the bike,
Yeah.
and then you just go in the middle. Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
You
But
can swim. You can swim in the beach. Certain days there's some blow in that you don't want to dip in, but I'm sure that's the
I'm
same
sure just-
anywhere.
Yeah, our beaches are great.
Right. Yeah.
Amazing. Come to California.
Yeah.
Don't come to California.
Don't do it.
No.
Anyway, well, hey, we're clapping up
talk.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Do you guys have any social media you want to plug? Any tags? Choppers Magazine? Rusty
Yeah,
Butcher?
we're just Choppers Magazine. Pretty boring.
Mark,
Love
the Butcher. That's it. Rusty Butcher.
Rusty
I don't
Butcher.
know.
Well, follow them both.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks for having us.
Party.